Hi everyone, my name is Chermibear and welcome to my first ever speed build video for The Sims 4 on this new YouTube channel that I made, and I'm so excited to be sharing this with you today. It's a micro starter home right here, and I'm currently building this in Brindleton Bay right beside the hospital. But I'm actually going to be moving this over to Newcrest halfway through the build, so don't mind me. So I built this for my sim over here. She's standing right in front with a cat right here. It's so cute, isn't she? But anyways, I really wanted to make a starter home that she can play in. I don't know if I'm actually going to be playing with her. I might on stream or something. But anyways, I just wanted to build a house that is fitting for her. I want her to be a freelance writer of sorts. I don't know if I want her to be going to the university. Oh, that came out very weird. I don't know if I want her to go to university as of yet. But for now, at least she has a job. She is a freelance writer, but she literally just came to this world. So she has only, I think, $20,000 to work with. And therefore, I'm trying to work within budget right here. And what's a better way to start out than with a micro home with all those perks and all those discounts in tax and stuff. But anyways, enough about the sim and my prefacing of the build. But here is the build. The general shape is here. I am working on the roofing right now. Yeah, so anyways, I wanted it to be like a two block kind of situation with a color blocking kind of style. I knew I wanted it to be like paneling with like some bricks on the bottom on the foundation and stuff. I don't know, I just had this vision in mind and I wanted to like make it work. So right now it's an orange and cream sort of paneling thing, and I wanted to accent it with like some blues. So it's gonna be like a very orange, cream and blue color scheme. I just thought that maybe the sim just really likes blue. I think she really likes blue. She's wearing blue right now. So yeah, that's going to be reflected in her house, I think. And here you can see me struggling with the I don't know what this is called actually. Spandrel? I don't know. Spandrel, I think, as it's saying on the screen. But yeah, I've been struggling with finding a spandrel. I can't really talk, but yeah, this spandrel thing going on. I really wanted something that's very, very simple, a little bit more on the modern side, rather than something so ornate as all of these that I've tried look like. So it's a struggle, and you will see me struggling with it more later on in the video as well. But here I gave up and I went on to adding some staircase that are blue as well, and some blue railings, blue wooden railings. They're all from like cats and dogs, I think. But anyways, now I'm putting in a door right now. It's from Eco Lifestyle. Putting in windows as well. Deciding on the window was kind of easy. It fell together very nicely because I thought that for a space this small, I wanted it still to be kind of airy, but without sacrificing too much of wall space, I think. So I'm just putting down some windows on each side of the house so that we get some light from each direction, I guess. And here is another thing that I've been struggling with. I think this porch area is just so much of a struggle to figure out. But I really wanted something that is like sort of see-through, so pretty much a window on this place, because like, you know, when you walk up the porch, I walk up the stairs to the porch, I don't know, I just somehow feel like it will feel a lot better if I can see into the build, or have like some sort of flow that can only happen if there's like some glass element. I don't really know where it's coming from, but I really didn't know what else to put there. Any wall decorations just didn't feel right. I do indeed now, as you can see, go into finding something that might work for the build, but you can also tell that I gave up very instantly because I just didn't really like the fact that it's just some random wall decor. In the end, I went with this 2-panel sort of window that's also base game, if I'm not wrong, and I just lifted it up a little bit so that it's not too low and it's not cutting through the railings, I think. And now I'm working on the floor plan, and I think like I decided for the toilet to be here because that's the only place that the toilet can be at really in this build. I was like, oh my god, there's too many windows here, I don't know where the toilets can be. And I decided for it to be there. I'm actually not that picky with windows being big in my toilets. I actually think that it's kind of nice. So I placed it there. I'm gonna change it to something slightly smaller and not so full wall length later. But anyways, we're working on the layout right now. The layout, the floor plan of the house. It's a very small house. I still wanted it to kind of feel like it flows, to kind of feel open. I didn't want it to be too closed off. And I know that for houses this small, usually the kitchen space and the bedroom space they are usually very, very close together, and there's no demarcation between like the bedroom and the kitchen and stuff like that. But I don't really want that in my builds, because my personal pet peeve is when food smell gets into my bedroom. I don't know if it's because like at home my mom just stir fries a lot because it's like in my culture, but yeah, the smell of food in my bedroom, I really hate that. So I don't want that in any of my Sims like quarters. I know that you can really smell it, but I don't want to design my houses that way. But anyways, I talked over the door, but I'm using this I think it's a base game door that I've never used before, but I thought that it's a very nice door. Really, it's skinny enough so that I can still put in a fridge. I really wanted a 2-tile white door, but I really wanted the fridge to be by the door for some reason. I just thought that it would go very well with the space, so that it's not too cluttered. I can still see the outside when I go in, but I can also like, you know, I don't know, you know what I mean. I think when it comes to like the flow of the house and stuff, and I really like the idea of being able to like just walk into the door and stick your hand into the fridge to get something to drink or something when you're home and tired and stuff. And yeah, so I'm just trying to make the floor plan work right now, and I decided to paint the house before it's too late, to just, you know, set the tone before I start furnishing anything else. And you can see that I'm trying a lot of like different colors, especially some of the darker ones, and now I'm settling for like some white plaster, standard white paint for now. I end up going for this wooden floor from Eco Lifestyle, I think. I really like that light wood tone. It really brightens up the place, and I do indeed stick with this one all the way to the end. It's one of the things that I actually stick with to the end. It's very, very seldom when I do that. But here we are trying to find an archway or like a double door. Double doors don't fit here though. So an archway to you know, open up space still, so that we don't close it off with a door, but still open up with an archway. So there's some sort of demarcation between the kitchen and the bedroom, which is how I like my builds and how I like my rooms. Here you can see me trying to put some curtains over top so that we can keep some privacy going on in case people do visit, and also to keep some of the smell out because it's not the door. But I don't keep these curtains in the end, because in this small space, curtains become too much. There's too many curtains on every single side of the walls, on every single side of the wall. But basically, there's too many curtains going on. You'll see how it is later. But yeah, with now that there's like 2 different rooms, I decided to go with like something slightly darker for the bedroom. It changes as well by the end, but I personally do really like a darker wall paint for rooms, like bedrooms, because I feel like it's a lot more cozy. Anyways, I'm putting in this square 1-tile table and chair to put her computer on. I went with the laptop, the portable computer, because she's a freelance writer. She really needs it. It's very expensive, but I think she would, you know, she'll do well with one. So I gave her one, and I'm gonna change the color to blue in a little bit. But right now we're just working on the bathroom. The bathroom came together really easily. I really like the idea of a darker bathroom. I don't know, like darker colors just makes me feel very cozy, and I really want a toilet a bathroom, I guess, that although smaller, still feels a little bit more like a retreat, I think. Oh my god, words are hard, guys. But yeah, so I wanted something that's a little darker so that she can, you know, like unwind, even though it's just like a shower situation. There's still quite a bit of room, and yeah, just trying to find something to hang on to that wall right there so that it's not so empty. Tried some pictures, didn't work. Went with some towels, didn't work either. In the end, after deciding on whether I want this cubby or not, which in the end I did not want that because it is very ugly, I went with this tiny living one and chose a very dark swatch for that one. It's a wood tone though, so I don't really like it because it's wood and not just like the color scheme of the toilet, which is basically black and grey and white. But I figured it's fine. It's something that someone would have in the toilet. It's realistic. Anyways, I'm putting on some curtains onto these smaller windows. I'm sure you have noticed that I switched to make more sense, I guess, with the kitchen and the toilet. No full length window, just half length. Half length, I don't really know the terms, but I put in some curtains for privacy and to block the sun, things like that. Fiddling with the table in the kitchen right now. Trying to make the layout work. I really wanted a table where she eats to be by the window. I also really wanted her to have like a dining table of sorts and not just, go to her laptop desk to eat or on her bed or, like just stand around. So I really wanted her to have like a designated like eating place. But I couldn't figure out a way to make it functional and not block anything. So in the end, I had to give up on the idea of the fridge by the door and moved it to that place right here right now where the door to the toilet was. I switched it to face the bedroom instead. And yeah, so now the layout is like this. The dining table became sort of like a dining nook kind of thing, which it's not that bad as well, I think. Yeah, it's kind of cozy still, so I think it's fine. I'll spruce up the area in a little bit. So now I'm trying to work out a sort of color scheme, I guess, in the bedroom. I just like switch around the different rooms depending on when inspiration strikes. I think a lot of us actually do that. So I go with this sized up round rugs. I really like the round rugs in this room for some reason. Like I feel like it ties everything together because it is a very empty room, like for reals. But in the end, I don't know. I just like I found this Get Famous one. I think it's Get Famous, and it's like a quarter rug thing that you can just put together. And I found this one in the beige and light blue color that I thought really goes well with her aesthetic, which is I guess beige and blue, pretty much. So I put it in her room. I really liked how it looked, and I also like the fact that it's round. And going with the blue theme. I put on 2 cat food bowls for the cat to pretend that one is a water bowl, even though it's not, but I like the look of it. And the blue mat to, just show some character, show some personality in the build. You guys can change it to whatever color you want if you ever decide to download my build, if you want to. And yeah, the curtain issue is very, very, very there. As you can see, too much curtains. So much curtains. Too many. And it's really just making the space feel so tiny, and I really don't like it. So at some point, I'll just take off the curtains that's hanging over the archway. But for now, I'm trying to decide on the lights that I use. And in the end, I went with the mason jar one for the porch, and I thought it was really cute. It's like a little quirk, I think, like for a house that looks like it might be new. To have like a mason jar one, I think it's very like age appropriate as well for like a freelance writer, young adult sim with like a cat living in a micro home, meaning that she's pretty much just she lives the kind of life, what is the kind of life, the eco-conscious kind of life. Usually, I mean like not all the time, but So yeah, I really wanted a cat tree in the build, and also you need a cat litter. So I've been trying to find a place to put the litter box. I really wanted it not to be in the bedroom because it's gonna stink, and I don't know, it just doesn't sound like a very good idea. But there's no room in the bathroom, so in the end I just went with putting it right in front of the window, right in the center instead of at the side, because I really wanted that cat tree thing to be at the side so that she has a space to hang out when she wants to. Yeah, so I added this calendar, made sure that it's a cat and not a dog because she's obviously a cat person. Don't know if she hates dogs or not, but for now she has a cat, so it is a cat calendar. And some more curtains are going onto the windows. I just feel like curtains really just makes windows less empty, I think. And I really like that I used the silver accented blue curtains for the longer, I mean like the taller windows. I think it's very nice, very different, I think, because I usually use the cream ones in my builds. I do use it in the kitchen as well though. So now you can see that I'm still, you know, struggling with the freezers, no, the spandrels. Yeah, the spandrels. And in the end I think I went with the white colored ones after changing the roof color to black, actually. Yeah, because I forgot to do that actually. Yeah, so like, you know, I decided to go with the white one so that it kind of still goes with the railings, which are blue and white anyways. So it's not my favorite thing in the world, but it'll do. And yeah, so now as you can see, I've moved it to Newcrest by now. And we're doing some of the landscaping, some of the terrain painting. And I'm gonna put down some debug flowers soon. I only have like 110 simoleons left, so I was very, very conscious, and I really wanted to use as much debug landscaping as I can to try to not use another single cent, because we are really, really, really broke right now. So I went with these bushes. I used the very minimal flowers to, you know, just, I don't know, just too much blue. It's not a good thing anyway. So I went with the very minimal, small little flower thingies, and I thought it looked very nice. And I'm really very proud of myself for that one. I don't know why. It's very easy to do though, this one. Yeah, and putting down some more terrain paint just to make sure that it's all framed very well. And at some point you'll see that I'll go in with some rocks, I think. I am speaking faster than my video is going, I think. Oh yeah, I put out a debug plant from debug to adorn the porch, and I also put out a willow tree that is a bigger version of the one behind my lot, which, you know, blends in with the world very well, and I'm really, really happy about that. I like how it gives more character to the lot as well, and also gives some shelter. Here you see that I'm putting some terrain paint down underneath some of those stepping stone things that I in the end went with for the pathway up to the house. And I thought that was very cute, and not just, you know, one square patch of terrain paint, you know. Yeah, here are the rocks that I'm putting down from debug, and then in the end, I went with a lot of those cats and dogs ones, sized them down to a regular size, put them underneath so that it's not too empty under those bushes that are quite chunky actually, but still very empty below. Making sure to terrain paint everything so that everything is like well accented, well, you know, just grounded. Terrain paint makes things look very grounded, very nice, very believable. So I'm trying to make sure that everything is as you know, believable as possible. And also I'll be selling a little bit of those rocks, like you can see right here, because like I forgot to put down a trash can for the outside, and I had to afford one. So the cheapest one was 95 simoleons. I had to scrimp and save and sell some of the rocks that was like 4 simoleons each to afford that. But anyways, here we can see that we are just trying to decorate the kitchen, basically clutter up the kitchen with some debug items, including these fizzy drinks that I found on debug, which is wonderful, and I put them on top of the fridge, hung a hanging plant on top of the counter just for some additional interest, I think. And also these flower arrangement thing that I found, which looks okay, I think. It's not the best flower, but it's free, so I'm not gonna complain. It looks good, just not the best, I think. I also changed the wallpaper to this this tiled one, which is good for kitchens anyways, and it's a lot cheaper. So I managed to scrimp a little bit more money to get that snowman panel thing for like just some wall decorations, and I really like that space. It's very cute, very simple. Oh, and you can see right now that I'm deleting the rug. I scrolled over accidentally and I realized that one piece of the rug was missing, and I'm like, why is the piece of rug missing? I have no idea why. And I was like, okay, never mind, it's okay. We'll just go back to this round one, this big round simple one in a grey swatch instead. That's a lot cheaper anyway, so we went with that. And here I am trying to find some more things to put in my, I guess, breakfast nook. I guess we can call it a breakfast nook, a dinner nook, a dining nook. Yeah, and we went with one of those postcard corkboard thing, which I feel adds some sort of personality to her as well. The sim that's living here, maybe she has a lot of friends that lives overseas, and she has like a, you know, a corkboard with some postcards and stuff, so she doesn't feel so alone when she's living alone. Things like that. Storyline stuff basically. And I really like this detail that I'm putting right now with the OMSP shelf as well. I'm just layering some of those letters that you find in debug on top of the magazine. It's by the door, so it's like she just collects letters and puts it on top of the fitness magazine, like she doesn't open them or something, or she hasn't had the time. She also has this box of things that I just placed beside her desk, and I think that just gives some sort of like a storyline as well, it just gives like a, I don't know, a clue. Maybe she just moved in, maybe she's not fully unpacked yet, or maybe she's just a little messy and she has a lot of things just not stored away for now in a box, waiting to be attended to at some point, but I don't know when. But anyways, I completely talked over the whole part, but I switched out the sink because I figured that sink looked a lot better in that toilet anyways, and I also switched out this fridge, which bought me enough money to get a couple of posters for the walls around the desk and the dining table thingy. Is there even a tiny table? I think it's a small one, I guess. Anyways, we'll be reaching the screenshot portion of the video very soon, so I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye!